I want to come at you today on the first of one of these videos here, where I'm just gonna be talking about stuff that's on my mind. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to begin to talk about today. I had a few ideas, but on the way over here, I decided that what I need to talk about is the voice inside of my head, the consistently negative, the overpowering, just judgmental voice inside of my head that continues to come back, and I don't think it will ever leave. I think it's within all of us, and some people it's louder than others. With me, it's pretty loud. I mean, it comes in waves, for sure, but it's very, very loud. And just for example, with this video right here, okay, I had the idea a few days ago of just, coming out and just talking about things I'm thinking about on my mind, on my camera. And if I post these, whatever, it's just a simple idea, something to try out. Okay, well, this morning when I woke up and I knew today was the day I was going to give this a shot, that voice inside of my head came back, and it starts convincing me in all these very seductive and it's a trickster. It plays tricks on you. It convinces you that what you're doing is foolish. It convinces you that what you're doing is stupid. And it's very detrimental for if you have any sort of ambition. Having this voice in your head will absolutely ruin you. And it's just so powerful. Literally on the way over here, I was walking over here. I had my camera, I had everything. I was ready to go, just walking into this little park so I could film this. And man, the way I was perceiving this was like I was thinking on like a cosmic level. As I was walking over here listening to music in my AirPods, I was thinking, this is my tribulation. Like, this is the voyage I'm making. This is my pilgrimage to go do this grand task. It's like, dude, all I'm doing is bringing a camera over here and talking to it. Like, what the hell? This isn't a big deal at all. But in my mind, I had to almost make it that big of a deal to get over that voice in my head. And, I think a lot about how did I allow this voice to get so loud? Because like I said, I think this voice is in everyone. So I'm not questioning the fact that I have it. I'm questioning the fact, why is it so loud? Why is it so pervasive? Why is it so paralyzing sometimes? And, it goes back to the people I surround myself with, and the people, and our sense of humor. My friends group. What do we find funny? What is our headspace? Where are we at? What is intriguing to us? And negative humor is huge right now. Judgmental humor, because the internet, you can go to anybody's page and you can pick them apart. You can go to anyone, even people who are like super famous and like have amazing lives. I do this. I used to do this. You could go to their Instagram page or YouTube page, whatever page you want to go to, and you can pick them apart until forever. You could find every single flaw with them. You can figure out what their insecurities are. Like, if you know what you're looking for, you can figure everything out. And you can just be so judgmental. It's so easy to be judgmental on a massive scale. And then back to my friends group, what we found funny. You see, at first this was hilarious because I partook. When we're watching YouTube videos or watching Twitch live streams or watching some sort of just media, as soon as we found something wrong with it, as soon as we found that one little hole, we would just pick at that hole, and we'd find it so funny, just picking apart movies, picking apart people's YouTube videos, picking apart people, just picking things apart and finding it so funny. What we were finding our judgment so funny. And it was funny at first. Being self-deprecating, being judgmental, negative humor can be funny in doses. But I think if that becomes part of your identity, and that's where your head kind of stays at for prolonged periods of time, I really think that's mental suicide. You're convincing yourself that everything is a joke. And once you think that everything's a joke, now you become a joke too. And now everything that you do is a joke. Everything that you do, you start picking that apart because you've been training your brain to pick everything apart. And once you get used to that, then you're next. And once you get there, man, like I said, if you have any sort of ambition or creative ambition, or if you just have any sort of desire to get out of your comfort zone, that voice is going to find you. That voice is going to find you, and it's not going to let you off. And in a way, when I think about it now, it's kind of karma, for being so judgmental against people, and being mean, really. That's my karma. Now, just as mean as I was to them, just as judgmental as I was to these people, now I got it on me. Now I gotta feel it. There's nothing, don't get it twisted, there's nothing wrong with critiquing something. Critiquing something is something completely different. That's finding valid things that could be improved, and you know what critiquing is. Don't get it twisted. There's no difference. There is a huge difference between critiquing something and just judging something. If you find yourself in a situation where you're watching media or doing something, or you're just being super judgmental on things that there's really no need for you to be very careful. You need to start reevaluating where your head is at, like where your head is residing, in the mental plane. Because if you continue down that path, it's self-destructive. It is. I've been dealing with this for about a year, but I feel like I'm at the point where I'm overcoming it. I'm doing a really good job of drawing back, and I'm not being so judgmental. I'm actively, whenever I find myself going and judge somebody, I immediately pull back, and I just bring it back to myself. I mean, it's the golden rule, treat others the way you want to be treated. That applies to more than just in person. You can be a good person out here, but you can be a piece of shit in your mind. And you have to treat people the way you want to be treated, not only in the real world, but also in your mind as well. But there are positives, okay? I do think that allowing that voice in my head to grow that big, I think there are positives to it. Because this voice, it masquerades as the truth. When you have these negative thoughts and you feel like you can sort of see through the veil of life, like you feel like you can see through something. That's how I felt. I felt like I could see through the veil, in a way. I could see the truth. I could see what's real. I'm real. I hear that term thrown around a lot. I'm just being real. This voice wears that as a mask. But there are upsides to having this voice because I've trained myself so good on this side, on that negative voice side. Now if I can get myself as that good on this side, the blend of the two can be a very, very beautiful and effective thing. And I'm working really hard to train this other side. It's the child. It's the child within you. That's what it is. The negative voice is the crushed adult. It's been crushed by life. And the positive voice is the child within you. And you have to, if you can blend the both of them and you can train them both really well, I personally feel like that can be a very effective way to be successful in life. Because you can have that perfect mix of seeing the truth, but also seeing the beauty and seeing the positives and seeing the potential. If you can get both of those, man, that's really what I'm working on. And doing this, coming out here and filming these videos, I think will be a really good way for me to train that. Whether I do anything with these videos or not, I think just doing this is in itself a therapeutic thing, kind of euphoric as well. So yeah, moral of the story, be careful where your head lies. Be careful with the types of things that you find funny. If you think that judging things are funny, be very careful, because eventually you're going to judge yourself just as harshly as you judge others. Yeah, don't let that voice in your head get super loud, because it's going to mess you up. Alright, that's it. Good luck. Good luck to you.